Good morning, afternoon, evening, regardless of where in the world you guys are joining us from. I want to welcome all of you guys to what will end up being a very, very regular and consistent webinar series about this one-click crypto trading system that we have in front of us. And I'm eager to be hosting this with you guys. I want to know where in the world you guys are joining from. As you may or may not know, I'm currently here in my humble Mehel, which is the Indian word for palace in Bangalore. And take a look at the lighting here, which I absolutely love. So not a bad place to be in quarantine. I see that we have already someone that is raising their hand. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, Mike. Hey, Bob. Bonjo. Clive, Dave, James, Rick, Richard, and is that Susan Porsche? Welcome, 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 guys. It's going to be quite a simple, fun, shortened version of the in-depth opportunity call that we have in front of us, which if you guys haven't in the crypto space, I think you guys can genuinely appreciate what it is that we have in front of us. So I'm going to open up some of the resources and go over those with you, including the Facebook group as well as Telegram. So who is looking at this opportunity for the first time or who is revisiting, let me know. If you're here for the first time, please put a 1 in the chat so I know that we have some newcomers, and I will cater to that. Oh, right, of course, Mike. Yeah, definitely. Carlos Rivera, what's up? Okay, so we got quite a few. Okay, so with that being said, guys, I'll give you my journey of how this unfolded as so many things come to my attention through the aid of friends and business partners and past colleagues. There's always something going on in the crypto space, and when something is brought to my attention, my default answer, as perhaps your default answer, is no. But I always like to know what is going on in the market. So I'm open-minded, as well as I'm quite focused in the sense that I'm going to probably end up not doing it, but I'd like to know what it is, because I like to know what's happening in the crypto world or in the business world. And so under that pretense, I decided, okay, this is something else in my inbox, which thankfully was brought to me by a respectful friend. So I gave it even more consideration. And this is the first thing that I went on and I saw. So I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see what I saw. So which screen are you guys looking at? Okay, so I think you guys see my Facebook. Do you guys see the one-click website? Somebody answer in the chat, which, because I'm sharing my screen, I can't see. Okay, chat. Yes, okay, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, guys. So the first thing I did is I clicked that link and it brought me to this page, and I saw the world's first single-click crypto trading solution. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cheesy. That's kind of quite the claim there. And then I saw this video, and if you guys don't mind, it's just a 3-minute video, but for those that are here for the first time, and I will pause and I will dissect it. So it's not just that we're going to watch it throughout, because I want you guys to understand my thought process. As like I said, I go through a lot. I'm working very intensely on another project here in Bangalore. That's why I'm here in Bangalore. So for me to say yes to something would of course deviate attention, or I would have to find some way of tying those two things together. And that's what I ultimately came to. So it was not easy for me to consider something else while I was giving so much of myself to the point of moving from South Florida to Bangalore, especially during this quarantine time, and work wholeheartedly on here. So I don't know if the audio is going to be the best. I believe there is a way to Mac same system, speaker, same system. Okay, I will test this out. Let me know if you guys can hear it. All right.
Think trading crypto is hard? Think again. Think you're too busy to trade crypto? Not anymore. We've changed all that, and we've flipped the crypto industry on its head. We've created a system that gives you an edge.
So up until then, it was all just cheesy talk. I wasn't impressed. It was just fluff. So let's continue.
A system that's one-click easy and as powerful as a rocket. A system that uncovers hundreds of high-probability trades each day. An automated system that works tirelessly, combing through night, searching for great trade opportunity.
So when I saw this, I saw they were looking at a exchange, not their own platform. So that was the first point of curiosity. I wish they had in big giant letters, you get to keep your crypto inside of your own exchange, because that is such, yes, okay, the next, that is, thanks guys for letting me know that the audio is clear. The biggest selling point to me, and hopefully to you as well, and hopefully to other people that have been a part of too many crypto opportunities that ask for your crypto to be held in their possession as they give you returns. Hopefully we are wiser to the risks of that, as we have seen it all too often. And so I have seen that too often, and I wish that this company would broadcast that with neon lights, that you get to keep your crypto in the exchange of your choice. And that's what I first began to really seriously consider this as something to take a deeper look into when I saw that they were looking at not their own platform as where you keep your crypto.
Each time a trade is identified, it pings your phone and your computer. Simply click or tap to take the trade. That's it. Your click executes the buy order for you in your trading account and in your exchange. At the same time, it creates a trailing stop loss for the trade. The stop loss is targeted to be 10 to 15.
So let me explain stop loss for those one person that doesn't know. When you trade, you have a ability to set a kind of trigger to take you out of the trade. Let's say you put a sell or a buy order, that means you want it to go this way. Well, putting a stop loss that says if it drops below this price, then I want it to take me out of the trade. And the next level of that is what's known as a trailing stop loss, which this will demonstrate, which is much better in regards to your safety, in regards to capturing in more profits. Because if you have just a stop loss, let's say this is your entry and this is your stop loss. If it drops below this point, you want to take you out of the trade with minute loss. Well, let's say that the trade goes all the way up to the ceiling and then it comes back down. Well, you didn't capture on any of that. Whereas a trailing stop loss, as it goes up, the stop loss moves up with it to make sure that if it takes a sharp turn down, it captures at a higher profit point. And this is what this will demonstrate, which I found quite ingenious, is to A, trade with the stop loss, B, trade with a trailing stop loss.
% below the price. So when the price rises, the trailing stop loss moves up with it. And when the price falls, but not enough to trigger the stop loss, the trailing stop loss remains the same. And when the price rises again, the trailing stop loss moves up with it. When the price falls below the trailing stop loss level, the trailing stop loss is triggered and the position is closed. This extra step minimizes your downside risk and maximizes your potential upside gains.
Now, just to beat that point home, the reason that I'm emphasizing on this is twofold. One, for your own understanding, and two, this is an extremely important marketing point, is that in trading, there's wins and losses. You're gonna get wins and losses. And more so, you should focus on the losses, not so much the wins. The wins, even if they're a small amount, they're a win. As Warren Buffett says, principle number one, you got to protect your asset, and then you got to worry about growing that asset. So asset protection over asset accumulation. So here, this is something that you can pitch as not only a means of growing in terms of profit, but how it regulates the risk is something that, to myself, to many others, maybe even to you, can be quite attractive, because you know that in the world of trading, there will be losses. It's about how you handle the losses. And you could even, I would actually, and I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and I'm going to just put this as a social media post and emphasize that we have a crypto trading system that utilizes trailing stop loss post. So I'll make that post to attract people into a model that mitigates risk. So again, something else that really, really appealed to me as I was watching this video. Do they explain if they take profit only when the stop loss is hit? Okay, so first of all, great question, John. So the question is, do they explain if they take profit only when the stop loss is hit? Yes. So the only time when the trade closes is when it hits the stop loss. As far as I know, I don't think there is a take profit, which actually, if you think about it, is a really good thing. And here's why. Because let's say the phone is where I entered into the trade, and let's say that this is the stop loss and this is the take profit, right? So it goes in the positive direction, and it hits the stop loss. I mean, hits the take profit, and it takes you out of the trade. Well, what's to say that it would have stopped there? What if it would have continued higher and higher and higher, and you didn't capitalize on that? Well, with a trailing stop loss and no take profit, no ceiling on it, then it can continue to go up as your risk is or your stop loss is moving up, to make sure that if it falls back down, that it caught you at a point where you still captured a good amount of profit. So from my understanding right now, it will take you out of the trade only when it hits the stop loss, or you have the luxury and freedom and the choice of taking yourself out of the trade at any point. Let's say you're in a trade and that trade tends to linger for a long time, then you can just say, you know what, I want to just get out of this trade, and I want to use that capital for another trade. So that's what you can do. And hopefully that answers your question.
Upside gains. You don't need to monitor your trades, and you don't need to sit glued to your trading screens until you go cross-eyed. And you don't need to worry about your emotions sabotaging your success. You simply click. And if you can click, you can do this. Here's why. Everything the professional trader looks at to make decisions, we're looking at too.
So another thing is that I don't want to look at charts. I don't know about you guys. That is going to be a no-no for me. Not because I'm not studious. I was in med school. I could definitely study. It's just I don't want to spend my life doing that. And so not having to look at charts is a huge plus for me. So that's another big selling point to myself, especially if you there's some signal services that send you the signal, and then it's up to you to go chart it on the graphs and then execute it. There's none of that here. You just get the signal, you press one button, giving it your approval, and it will go and execute and be managed and ran with the stop loss. Now, we have a question from Carlos. How much a person could start with? Great question. So because this is not what's known as marginal trading, which is what the typical Forex type of trading is, where one single trade can, each trade kind of leverages the entire account balance to cushion it if it goes in the wrong direction. So in a Forex trade, in a Forex marginal trade that you enter, let's say a buy direction, so you want it to go up, but let's say unfortunately that it's going down, then let's say it's negative $10, negative $100, negative $1,000, and your account balance is $10,000. Once it keeps, if it so happens to keep going down, 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 it's going to eat up your entire balance. And so in Forex trading, you need a really large balance, and you need to trade a small amount just as a precaution if it goes against you, that you have that buffer, you have that cushion to allow it to revert back in the direction that you want. So back to answering your question, Carlos, this is not marginal trading. What that means is that one could theoretically start with $100, and because each trade you specify how much you want to allocate of your balance. So this is something that you do preset when you're setting up the API. And let's say out of $100 account balance, you say that I want each trade to be $5. Then you're able to execute 20 trades at once or over the course of time while the other trades are running, meaning that each trade will just take up $5 of your balance. And if that trade so happens to go in the wrong direction, all it will possibly be able to lose is $5, which is much better of a case scenario than your entire account balance. So in saying that, Carlos, you can start with any amount really, but I would think like at least $50 to $100 is something you shouldn't go below. But from there, you get to choose. If it's $50, you can do 5 trades of $10 if you choose $10 as the amount, or you could do 2 trades of $25. So it's completely up to you.
Our system can produce hundreds of signals a day, and there's no.
That was quite interesting as well. Hundreds of signals per day. I was like, okay, that is quite enticing. I saw that as both from a customer standpoint of customer not getting bored, and a marketing standpoint of, wow, that's really exciting for a customer to be engaged with throughout. And also the crypto market is of course open 24/7. Yeah, I like that too. We have another question, but due to the trailing stop loss, you only risk a maximum of 50%, 15% of your open. Yeah, actually that is so true. Thanks for pointing that out. I really appreciate that bit of nuance, which is, as I mentioned, Carlos, in the case scenario of a $50 account balance and you do a $10 trade, and the trade goes against you, what Bajan just mentioned is that the stop loss, the trailing stop loss is 15% below your entry. So if it goes in the wrong direction, then 15% of $10 would be about $1.50. So you don't lose the entire balance of the $1 even. So yeah, that just, it's so much more of a precaution than marginal trading of Forex, because A, you're isolating a certain amount, B, you have a trailing stop loss that is 15% away. So it's even better. So I mean, like, if they're even marginally good with their signal service and have these safety precautions, that's phenomenal. Like they already are putting themselves in a position to mitigate risk and leave the upsides open. And that's why, even though we don't have actual results, because the companies are still rolling out their app for the push notifications to execute, that even in the anticipation of that, people are still signing up because the model is amazing, and the model is something that in the way that it's structured, it already mitigates the risk. So Carlos asked, Sal, can I share this worldwide? Absolutely. The thing is, of course, crypto is worldwide. The only thing is the exchange that they're going to be utilizing has to, there has to be an exchange that they can utilize. So make sure that there is an exchange there, which I did speak to the main founder, JD, and he said that in every market, there will be at least one exchange that you can connect the API to. So start building right now worldwide, especially considering that signups are free.
No limit to the number of trades you can take. Even if you only captured a small profit per trade, imagine doing that dozens of times.
Okay, so this is also quite interesting, and I'll explain the mathematics. I have to turn on the fan because I'm breaking a sweat here. There is no central air in India, so, and I don't even have AC, so it's just fans here. Hopefully the fan isn't too loud. Let me know if it is, and I'll turn it off and I'll sweat for you guys. But this is what's interesting. Someone asked, I think it was Carlos, about how much could you start with? Think about this. If there's hundreds of signals per day, I appreciate it, James. If there's hundreds of signals per day and you start with $100, and let's say you do 10 $10 trades, each trade is on average about 6 minutes long, okay? Let's just say, let's just give it a range of 6 to 20 minutes. I heard 6 minutes from corporate, but let's just say even 6 to 20 minutes or even 30 minutes. That once you're in 10 trades, you of course used up all of your $100. Once one of those trades come back, either as a win with more profits or as a loss, as we mentioned, with 15% loss from that balance, then you can put that back into another trade. And as more and more trades close, either as a profit or a loss, you have that capital now. When the next signal comes, you can use that for that next trade. What that means is with $100, you're able to, throughout the entire day, possibly rotate that in volume by several magnitudes, meaning you might end up trading $200, $300, $400 in volume because you're executing the 100 trades. Actually, let's do the math. If you executed all 100 trades with a $100 balance in which each trade was $10, you would theoretically be doing $10 times 100 trades. That's $1,000 of volume that you'd be trading. I know that's an exaggeration, so let's just say 5x, so $100 to $500 worth of volume. And if you made over the course of that day 2%, then that's, I believe, 500 times 2% is $10. Yeah, $10. Now, so $10 on 500 is actually very good. But what it actually ends up being is $10 on your $100, because that's what you had in your balance. So that is like a 10% growth in that day. Do you guys understand the beauty and of the mathematics of rotating your capital and getting a lot more volume because you're able to get in and then out of that trade and then utilize that revenue or utilize that capital for the next trade. So it's like, it's as if you had a $500 balance. But of course, if you don't want to wait until you get to the next trade, because you might be in all 10 trades at $10 each of your $100 account, thus you're in, you maxed out your account's balance, and you might be missing out on more trades, thus you might want to increase your balance. Okay, that's awesome. They mentioned Bittrex and Binance and maybe Kraken, not sure outside the US, maybe, yeah. So there is gonna, like JD mentioned to me, there is gonna be a exchange for every market. So that's gonna be all right. But I hope you guys got the point. Will the company will have Spanish material like the video, etc. That is something that I have brought up because of Vietnam and South Korea. There's a leader that I'm working with there that is already wanting content in that those markets. And so I asked the question about international markets, and that is something that the text will come first. The videos, there isn't, and of course, eventually there would be, but Carlos, the advantage and what we get paid for is making those videos in the languages of that we have the audience. And of course, being the leaders that we are. For example, there's a leader in Germany that I'm working with. He already started making videos in Germany, or in German, in Germany, and he's appealing to his market. So if you know Spanish, just take the initiative and get going right now. Start getting yourself out there and start capturing the market.
Times each day. It's fun, it's easy, and if you're not careful, it just might become addicting. Our one-click system,
which, by the way, that sounds like a joke, but I can see that seriously becoming a problem at the dining table, at dinners, dates. It's people are going to be sleepless. I could, if the trading works even decently well, I can see that being a serious problem and possibly breaking up some relationships. So John asked, in 30 minutes, most of the time, the price is not risen more than 15%. So only after it rises 15%, the trailing stop is above the entry price. About 30 minutes. So I think the stop loss is about 15 minutes, 15%. So yeah, we'll have to see how the actual trading operates. I'm just sharing what I've been told or what I've interviewed them about. Which broker should we use in the US? Judy? Oh, come on, Judy. You guys can use some of the more popular ones, but of course, they may not take US residents for the trading side of it. There will be a solution for that. So just stay tuned right now. Just get plugged in. Again, every market is going to have an exchange that you're going to be able to plug into and get. Yeah, you could use CoinEx. CoinEx is as long as it's an exchange and it has the pairs, then you're good.
System is rock solid. 100% of your funds stay in your personal exchange account.
That resonates so well with me that I have a personal bias towards thinking that that should be like in giant letters on the front page of the website for everyone that has ever lost crypto in the hands of another company that did not return that back, is that it stays in your own exchange. That is the #1 selling point that you should utilize. I cannot emphasize that enough, how much peace of mind that gives, because should something happen to the company or the management of it, guess what? All you're paying is a $99 monthly subscription that even if you're unsatisfied with the service, you just stop paying next month and you have your crypto inside of your own exchange, and you can do whatever with that. So that's why for those of us that have been a part of Crypto Opportunities, we get to not just use that as a marketing tool, but we get to market unlike we've ever had the confidence to market, or we ever been able to reach a demographic like our moms, like our brothers, like our friends that have been burnt in the past, and say, dude, your money stays in your own account. So do not overlook that and harp on that every chance you get.
And you keep 100% of your trading profit.
Now, that initially didn't sound as impressive to me, because I was like, well, I'm still paying the $99 a month. Isn't that like not 100% of my profits. And what I realized, the beauty of that is that as you grow your balance through either testing it out and then transferring more crypto or converting more fiat from the bank to crypto, or earning it through commissions and increasing your balance, then I realized that the subscription of $99 is actually much better than a percentage of profits, because as you grow your balance to $5,000, $10,000 account balance, then a 10% growth would be $1,000, and you do keep vast majority of that and pay the $99. So it is very, very important to note that it's not percentage of profit. They could have said, you have to pay us X amount of your profits, 10, 20, 30% of your profits, which would discourage people from making a large account balance. Now you can theoretically trade 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 in one account and just pay $99. That's where I really was like, wow, that's really awesome. So another question from Judy, will there be a setup process to connect the software to the broker? No, MT4 is predominantly for Forex, but no, I don't think, it's not an MT4. To think more Binance and Bittrex, Judy. So it would be an API connection to a Binance, Bittrex, HIP, BTC, or beyond. So it's not going to be, it is going to be a process of connecting the API. There's going to be tutorial videos, and I'll create a Zoom just for that, walking you over or creating a step-by-step tutorial. Bob asks, still, you will have exchange fees that cost deduction from profit. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. As you would, Bob, by trading the crypto yourself. So that is a given. That's not anything that the company is taking. That is that would have been the case regardless. It's of, let's just call it, you get to keep 100% of net profit.
Plus, you have the option to share this amazing global platform with others and produce a strong residual income. Our affiliate payout?
Yeah, so it is a strong affiliate program. Oh man, bro, can you request for the founder to give us some trial accounts, especially so Mike, I got your message. I'll respond here if it's all right. So the question is, can you request from the founders to give a trial account? And of course, that has been, of course, the biggest point of this business model, which is great model, great concept, great control and transparency. What are the results like? And truthfully, there has been no announcement of the results. There is, we don't have an indication of any numbers given by the company. And while that is discouraging, while that may leave some people on the fence to say, you know what, I'm going to come back later on, that I, for one, love the actual model of this, and I'm willing to take the $99 risk of pre-positioning myself, getting out into the market. And for those that are also comfortable with that $99 risk, which actually has been kind of stripped away right now because everyone gets to sign up for free, everyone gets a referral link for free until they reopen up the requirement for payment in the next couple of days. But what I'm saying, Mike, is that even in the absence of results, which I definitely want, and I definitely will continue to push for that, but there has been no nothing that they said that they would do until the actual launch for the results. But again, I'll keep asking, is that I'm okay with finding out, because I know that the company can't go too far without the results being there. In a matter of the first few days, we're gonna find out if we're able to make a few percentage a day, less tint. So I'm not worried about that, because it has to work or else we completely stop. I'm not scared about that. So JD indicated that there will be a 7-day trial. So there will be some sort of a trial, Bob, but it is going to be what's known as a paper trading. You're not going to actually get to, it's like a demo account in Forex. It's not going to be able to be, it's not going to be able to trade live crypto. So yes, you can test it out and that sort of stuff. But I think Bob, what's going to be the true test what's going to be better than the 7-day trial is hearing it from other people that are testing it with live crypto and them telling you yes or no that it works. It's a binary answer. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. And what I mean by that is if it's marginally profitable to the tune of 1% even, or even 0.5% per day, 7 days a week, we're looking at some nice numbers, okay? So even if it's marginally profitable, and again, this trailing stop loss gives me confidence. The fact that, as was mentioned, that it's only 15% of a drop in the wrong direction that would take you out of the trade. You know, a lot of that cool stuff. Okay, so Sal, the $99 could it be paid in? It's only paid in Bitcoin. So the $99 is only paid in Bitcoin. And now we're gonna get into the marketing side of things. And you know what's crazy? This is like a 2-minute and like a 3-minute video, and somehow we've dissected it so deeply that this webinar has gone on for 30 minutes. So I'm actually happy that we're getting to pause and talk about this as opposed to just letting it run and not hearing the dissection of it. We didn't, I know, we didn't finish the video, so that might be another 10 minutes. Let's check it out. So this is the comp plan side. So again, the subscription is $99 a month, and they pay out 70% of that to the field, to the compensation plan. And this is going to break down exactly the methodology through which they do that.
Residual income. Our affiliate payout is over 70%, which is one of the highest in the industry.
By the way, that is true. That is true. Most companies pay somewhere around 40 to 60%. And so 70% is extremely high. What that means is that the not the pure profit, the revenue that goes to the company is 30%, from which they have to run all operations and of course themselves get paid, which is extremely low. So they could have gone with a 50-50 model of 50% to the field, 50% to the company. But the fact that they pushed it more to the benefit of the field, the marketers like you and I really, really find that quite empowering and just generous.
Pay referral commissions instantly in Bitcoin, direct to the wallet of your choice.
Oh man, that part right there, Well, what? Direct to the what? Wallet of my choice? You mean it doesn't have to sit in your back office where I have to have a painful process of trying to take that out? You mean it doesn't pay in the crypto that you just created? You mean I don't have to, you know, actually be just logging in to just request it out, that it automatically will go to the wallet of my choice, not once a week, but not even once a day, like multiple times a day? That, can we listen to that part again? Because that is so unique, so different, that I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, hope this company succeeds, because they're doing something that I think gives us a lot of confidence in this crypto network marketing space, which is fraught with illegitimate companies.
The wallet of your choice. Looking for a way to build up Bitcoin direct industry. We pay referral commissions instantly in Bitcoin, direct to the wallet of your choice. Looking for a way to build up your Bitcoin? This is it. Aren't you tired of standing on the sidelines watching others make a killing in cryptos? This is your opportunity to finally become a successful crypto trader and build a global business. Get back with the person who referred you and start clicking today.
So yeah, I'll explain the comp plan, but do you guys understand that, you know, I have a whiteboard here, like I'll be making a whiteboard breakdown video of the comp plan, but I will, I'll simply, actually it's right here, affiliate. Oh yeah. Oh man, we got to save this for another day. We got to save this for, oh man, this is a 9-minute video. So I think we're going to need like 2 hours for that video breakdown. When exactly is one-click trading gotta kickstart? When exactly is one-click trading gonna kickstart? I mean like their launch? Expected hopefully in the next week to 10 days upon the app. My prospects, it's not just your prospect, it's all of us want to know. And so that'll be very, very soon, guys. The affiliate program, this sort of stuff, we're going to go over that on another day, but just know that it's $7 for every subscription in 9 generations of your team. And after you get the 5th person frontline, it becomes $14 for all of your frontline signups. So you can have, first 5 signups is $7 a month. Number 6 and beyond is $14 a month. And level 2 to level 9, you can go as wide as you want. It's going to be $7 a month. So hopefully that gives you guys an initial understanding of both the opportunity as well as the compensation plan, which I know we just briefly mentioned. But nevertheless, I hope that you guys took some key parts away from the presentation. And yeah, I'll be doing this a lot more often over the course of the next few days. Actually, I'm thinking about at least on a regular basis after this first one that we got off the ground. But if you guys have any further questions, feel free to ask now as I wrap this up. As well as one other thing that I wanted to do is make sure that you guys get a sampling of what it feels like to get a commission. So I'll be actually giving a $7 commission to someone randomly here to experience what it's like to get a $7 commission coming to you throughout the day. So with that, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to pick a number. Which platform are we going to get this recording of the video? You're going to get this video on YouTube. You're going to get this in the Facebook group. You're going to get this in the Telegram group. Just wondering how long does it take until they release? Sometime next week. Oh, Judy, wait. I didn't start. One second. Need 2 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up in 2 minutes because I have people at the door. But here we go. Before we start, don't start yet. Okay, random number picker, random number generator. Okay, so pick a number 1 through 100, and actually 1 through 100. And okay, we'll start now. So it's at 99. We have the chat right here. So okay, so here we go. Judy, you have multiple entries. I might have to disqualify you. And then Mike and James, you guys both have 7. So I would highly recommend you change it, or you guys are gonna have to split the $7. So Mike chose 9 now. Okay. Clive also chose 9. Mike, you chose another number that someone else has. Come on, there's 100 numbers here. Okay, Mike, this is the 3rd time that you choose. Okay. With that, I'm gonna say stop. And now we're gonna pick the number. Okay, you guys are watching. The number is 83. So who is closest to 83? Oh man, oh no, it's Judy. Oh no, how did this happen? How did we let this happen? Oh man, I was really hoping that it'd be someone. Congrats, Judy, congrats. Oh man, she's gonna swindle me dry because she's gonna be on all these webinars. So make sure you guys are on these webinars because Judy's gonna keep raking in the crypto. And also guys, feel free to invite your guests to the next one, which I'm looking at doing it at this time tomorrow again. So stay tuned. Every time I do it, I will make a poster and I'll post that in the groups so you guys are aware. And if you guys are not in the groups, can you have a list? Can you have a list of brokers for TM? Okay, yeah. So they will offer, of course, a list of brokers to the compatibility. And again, if you guys are not in the Facebook group, make sure to join that Facebook group. If you guys are not a part of the Telegram group, then join here. Okay, so those are the 2 groups that you guys should be a part of: Facebook, Telegram. Mike, really appreciate it. Looking forward to our partnership. Looking forward to, after this quarantine thing is over, traveling through Southeast Asia and doing some great things. Will there be an iOS app? You are absolutely correct. There will be. And with that, I will bid my farewell. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm glad that you had a blast, Mike. I had a blast sharing this with you, and I'm glad that fate has brought us together yet again. From the bottom of my heart, I genuinely hope that you guys see what I see here, because it has the potential of being something that will be here to make 2020, turn 2020 around from where it started to where it could possibly go. With that, I will catch you guys very, very soon. Stay plugged into those two groups. And with that, I wish you all great one-click crypto trading.